MADSOFOCOM. After I'd got some rest, and as a way of apology, Mudsplatter invited me to the Madagascan Special Operations Capability Exercise. This was a real treat and a very rare opportunity. Most 1 in 72nd members of the population don't even know these forces exist. It all kicked off with a demo by the MH-109 Special Forces Light Attack Helicopter. Tucked away, I noticed an MHC-6, the Havilland DHC-6 conversion, which is an aerial command post and jamming system. Things then moved on to the assault teams, who were dropped off by 2 MH-47Gs. Madagascar is the only operator of this type outside of the USA. We're very lucky to have these machines. Of course, they come at a price, so we can only afford 12 of them. However, they've been invaluable, and they've served almost constantly since the day they arrived. General Mudslinger is over the moon with them. He thinks they're absolutely spectacular, and he just wishes other forces like the RAF had done this rather than trying to fit things onto things and getting Chinooks that didn't work. But it's kind of beside the point. Mudslinger pointed out that the Special Forces capabilities are on air, land and sea. He showed me some speedboats and 2 more MH-109s with slightly different configurations. This MH-109 flies top cover. It also has casualty evacuation and treatment systems, and you can see there the 2 medics are getting out to go and rescue a simulated casualty. In the background is the light attack variant, which gives top cover and carries quite a powerful punch. This is the equivalent of the Night Stalker AH-6. It can carry rockets and a minigun. It's pretty mean. Doesn't have a lot of room in the back, but it carries a big sting. And here we can see the minigun. These are spectacularly effective at giving the assault teams immediate fire support. The MADSOFOCOM, or the operators, as we call them, use the Foxhound PPV as their support vehicle. It's light enough to be slung under the Chinook, and these vehicles carry a QRF to bail the assault teams out should they get stuck. Complete digital integration with air, land and sea assets is provided by the tactical control team. They use these lightweight vehicles to set up forward arming and refuelling bases, and also to communicate and carry out airstrike instructions. Mudsplatter explained that even though the MH-109s have limited range, the ability of the Chinooks and Herculeses to carry fuel forward and the Special Forces' ability to set up small bases means that these things can keep flying pretty much all day. Well, as long as the pilots can. The whole lot train hard every day. They're real professionals. They know their stuff, and they're the most experienced soldiers and air persons and naval personnel in the whole of the Madagascan Armed Forces. The Hercules ties it all together. I'm really glad we didn't retire these. Mudsplatter, I keep getting it wrong, explained to me that pesky drones have been incorporated in the Special Forces for some time. So have bitey dogs, sniffy dogs, and all other types of dogs. He said they all work together as a team. They don't like to be in the bad area for long. They like to get in, get the job done, and get out. He explained that although the MH-109s were limited in range, the Chinooks gave him a long-range strike capability. They regularly refuel at night in bad weather conditions at low altitude from the Herculeses. He can't talk about where they go or what they do when they get there, but he assured me it keeps Madagascar safe. Sadly, operators have do and will die. These small helicopters are therefore vital to get wounded soldiers, hostages, civilians and other people that the Special Forces are interacting with out of the bad area, back to the largest Chinooks and then back through the system, back home, safe and sound. He then took me to the firing line. He explained that even though the Special Forces travel light, they pack a punch. You've got to be crazy to cross these guys. Again, everything is air mobile. These light guns allow him to set up a good base of fire for the assault teams. They can be used in pretty much all conditions. They're light enough and mobile enough to go anywhere. They give Mud Splatter and his Special Forces great flexibility. All of these can be hung under the Chinooks or thrown in the back of the Hercules. That is some capability. He said they do their own sneaky beaky stuff. They do a lot of secret squirreling and they try out new weapons all the time. Here we can see a new weapon being tested. Meanwhile, one of the other soldiers was having fun with a GMPG. I said, well, what happens when it all goes wrong? He said, well, that's simple. We give you guys a call. We get you to drop a few JDAMs and we get out of there. Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. Mud Splatter explained that his Special Forces teams could set up small airstrips wherever they needed to. Aircraft like the Gripen could fly into them, or larger aircraft like the A400Ms can fly in to deliver more troops. They were able to evacuate and raid at will. As we were about to board the Uber Sneaky Beaky Secret Squirrel helicopter, the words of the Madagascan president were ringing in my head. I wondered, how relevant are Special Forces with all the disintegrated air defence systems and all the other threats the Prez had been talking about? Maybe I was tired. Well, I had to get back to work. I didn't quite know why, but I had a feeling that myself and the Special Forces would meet again soon, and that it may involve Group Captain Groupthink. Ta-ra for now.